Jeff Straight joins us. Now, Jeff, you're not really depressed, are you?
Not really, and I'll tell you why. DFL Senate District 48, that's southern Minnetonka and Eden Prairie, had really great precinct caucuses. It was packed. Everyone was, oh, hold on just a second here. And it's trending on Twitter up. See, I have a video I want to show you. Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Well, precinct caucuses were held throughout Minnesota on February 4. That's when like-minded and non-like-minded Minnesota Democrats, Republicans, and others gather separately in neighborhood groups to hear from candidates and tell their political parties what goals they should fight for. Now, like our Republican colleagues, we gathered at Eden Prairie High School in the separate meeting areas. More than 300 attended the DFL Senate District 48 caucuses. For an off-year election cycle, that's pretty darn impressive. No controversies with us, but it was lively. The regional media showed up because a number of GOP gubernatorial and U.S. Senate hopefuls attended the Senate District 48 Republican caucuses. Well, that was a smart move by the Republicans. You get all your leading candidates for the Senate, U.S. Senate, and the gubernatorial race, and you put them in one place, and you make it easy for the reporters to get those sound bites.
The problem was that if you looked at the camera and what they shot, you didn't see any people at those caucuses.
Not on the Republican side, and that is the big story of the night. In Eden Prairie, southern Minnetonka, DFL 48, we had over 300 people show up for our precinct caucuses, and according to my operatives, they had far fewer, maybe less than half of what we got. That's the big story that no one reported on television and at the Star Tribune. This is David Hahn's Senate District. The Democrats are showing up. We're doing it.
Well,
as I said, oh, hey, another tweet. We're going up.
You know, we had good turnout in Senate District 49, which is, of course, adjacent to 48. That's Edina, West Bloomington, a little bit of Minnetonka, a little bit of Eden Prairie. And our caucuses were uniformly well attended. Not as great, of course, as when Obama ran and
sure,
people were backed up on the crosstown. But there's a lot of people there, and they're fired up about re-electing our representatives and senator.
Eric, you track a lot of this stuff. Is there a future for precinct caucuses in
Definitely.
Minnesota?
I mean, it's the way we've done it for who knows how long.
But there's a lot of complaining that they're dull, they're too convoluted, there are too many rules and all that sort of stuff. Do they have a value?
Yeah, the Democratic Party, especially in Minnesota, the DFL uses them for is building our base. It's how we get grassroots support.
Well, I agree. You know, part of the thing is a social thing, too. When I'm going to a precinct caucus for North Central Eden Prairie, precinct number 3, I'm meeting people who are kind of like-minded, and I didn't know they were Democrats. And so it was kind of a social thing. I very much enjoyed it.
Ken Martin, party chair, set up a commission 2 years ago, which is called Simon Rest, Steve Simon and Rest, to examine the caucus system. And that body met periodically over 18 months and issued a report. And that, to analyze just what we're talking about here, is the caucus system viable or what changes should be made? And they recommended that there be a pilot program set up where you can participate electronically. They recommended that that they try and draw more people into the caucus by allocating a certain vote to a statewide candidate for office based upon their respective participation in the caucus system. Now, these are ideas that have to be adopted by the party, but they're being considered by Ken and the party, and I think that you should take a look at this report if you get a chance, because it's got a lot of good ideas.
What's the name of that?
Simon Rest Committee.
Okay, good.
The presentation of guests and opinions on this program does not indicate endorsement by the state DFL party or DFL Senate District 48.